Okay, so look at this. We need to put a road through here because we're kind of out of space up at the farm. Almost at capacity, right? So we're turning way up retreats right now and we need more room. Part of that is going to be new infrastructure down to that lower paddock. And in order to do that, we got to rebuild this rock wall because the pigs from the other side, this is the neighbor's property, you can see the coffee and stuff. They have been smashing this wall pieces for years. This is kind of the frontier. Let's go look at what they do down below. Check it out. Look at this. So you can see it's a mess. That's the ground level at the other side. There should be a, 4+ rock wall here, and they've smashed it and spread it all over the road. So you can't even drive down here right now unless you've got, pretty serious big tires, right? So what needs to happen? First of all, we had to cut all this brush, get the sun on here so the grass will grow, hold this road together during rainy season. Then once we get all that out of here, the rocks are gonna get brought over, piled up here in different sizes, and then I go through and start building the walls back up, okay? If you want to come take a look, you can see these are the original dry stack walls that they used to divide these properties going way back. These could be, 100 years old, or they could be recent. There's no way to tell. But these look like older ones. And you can see this is the base stone. But this ground is shifted over time. It's almost kind of humped. It's almost raised. And you can see these are starting to lean flat and almost out in some places, in which case I need to take these out and reset them and start the rock from the wall from the bottom up, okay? These are dry stack. There's no glue in any of these walls. It's just rock stacked and fitted, locked in with smaller rocks. And the whole key is to get something which leans back into itself, into the wall. So you want to start at the bottom, everything wants to be leaning this way, slightly this way, okay? And so when I start this next level, I want to make sure that I have a slightly tilted back surface that I can now start building my next layer of wall of rocks on. Okay, so that's the idea. Let's go up and take a look at what I've already worked on, and I can show you some pieces we're going to build. So check out this whole section of wall. I've rebuilt it up to about here on both sides. Okay, we had to cut back the neighbor's property a little bit to do that, to give ourselves room to dig all the way down. And you can see that up to about here, it's pretty much intact. It's gonna get a cement cap on top, and that's just gonna hold this in so that because down here it doesn't move, but as you get near the top, so we put the last one cemented in, that's gonna hold that together so the pigs from the other side don't nuzzle that and destroy our wall, which is what's happened over time. You'll see like here, this stuff, look, I shouldn't be able to move that rock. That's not a good sign. That means that my wall is leaning this way. So I'm gonna have to take that down. And you'll see that inside these walls, when we get inside, you're gonna see that there's a lot of smaller rocks. So we're trying to use the bigger rocks on the outside, smaller rocks on the inside. My buddy Jerry, he's one of my mentors, he tells me that gives the wall a little flex because the ground does move here because of the volcano. So the bigger rocks, a little bit smaller rocks inside gets a little bit of flex. I use the little rocks to lock in the big rocks. And the big rocks need to have shape, whereas the inside rocks, I'm using kind of the round, kind of nondescript rocks that don't fit as well into these nice stacking shapes. And then I'm trying to build a base with the biggest stone. So let's just deconstruct this wall a little bit so you can see what it looks like and see if we can take it down to where I can start building it back up. See, this big rock here is nice. Take a look. Inside, look. It's filled with smaller rocks. Can you see that? These could be tighter. I feel like this wall shifted a lot, or maybe the people that built this one weren't that great, which is unusual because usually these walls are really well built. I'm always amazed. I always kind of feel insecure working on these walls because they're stacked by cowboys that have done this work a lot. and we're really good at it. And I'm kind of just learning, you know, and I consider myself passing at this point after, you know, however many years. But this wall is not that well built, so I've been had to go down and start at the base on a lot of sections. You can see there's a lot of movement. So that's the base stone that I'm trying to get to. You can see I'm going to have to deconstruct all this stuff inside to get to that and hope that this doesn't cave in, right? Hopefully I can get a nice rock in here and cap that off. Can you see that? You see the problem. You see the challenge. Okay, so yeah, I need to just deconstruct this wall a little bit. See that? I'm pretty happy with that fit. It's got a nice tilted back. I'm going to stuff this with rocks back here and get that really packed. And now I've got a nice surface to keep building. I can use that to leverage out some of this and try to support this side of the wall as I come up. Okay? So you can see different sized rocks. Big rocks for the base, little rocks for locking and fill, and then kind of round rocks for holding things in place. Flat rocks for the outside walls. Yeah? I'm gonna stack and get that nice edge there. Rock work's hard. You wanna make sure you bend from the waist and protect your hands, yeah? So I'm using old gloves here. I'm doubling them up because this stuff's like sandpaper. It's like pumice and it'll wear your gloves down really quickly. So I'm using old ones doubled up because otherwise that's gonna wear down your hands and then you can't touch your wife. You don't want your hands to be so rough that you can't touch soft things still and enjoy the softer things in life. So that's all I got for you today. I'm gonna put some work on this. Craig's gonna come back behind me and put a cement cap on it, make it solid. It'll last 20, 30. These dry stack walls can last hundreds of years. I've seen 1,000-year-old dry stack walls, and that's what we're hoping. We're hoping to get a nice 100 years would be great, yeah? All right, guys, thank you so much. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. We'll see you next time.